Hey, welcome to another episode of A Fine Human. Today we have Todd Baratz, a therapist and hot gay guy on Instagram. And today we're going to talk about dating, attachment styles, and why women should get happy endings. Enjoy. Hey all, welcome back to another episode of A Fine Human podcast, where I have people I think are fine humans come on my podcast to learn more about sex and pleasure and how to go out in the world and be a good person. Today, I have Todd Baratz, which I've never said your last name out loud. Did I nail it? How do you say it?
Baratz, but you can say whatever you want. I don't care.
I
don't really have an attachment to my last name.
That's cool.
Like,
I have such an attachment to my last name.
I mean, if someone can't pronounce your last name, it's a problem. Like, get it together. But yeah, I don't really care. Like, you could say Baraz. I'd be like, yes, that's how you say it.
It's just funny on the
Sounds
internet.
better.
You know something, you're like, wait, I've never said your last name out loud. So did I don't know.
It's kind of like going on a date when someone's like, what's their name? And you're like, John. And their last name, I'm like, I don't know. Just stop asking me questions. This happened at like a restaurant. And it was like, this is a date. I don't know.
Who
this is a date.
This is a date.
Yeah.
This is a date.
Finally,
I don't
after
think,
years of us
DMing
about nonsense.
I have a feeling that no matter how hard I try, I'm not going to get any. But maybe.
From me.
From you.
Because I'm a homosexual?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do feel like all my gay friends have become a little bit queerer. Like I can kind of get them to make out with me now if they're like a little bit maybe. But mostly no.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay. I'm still going to give it my all.
Emotionally though, you can have my heart.
Okay. I'll take it.
Okay.
Well, who are you?
I mean, seriously, the question of the past 39 years of my life, I'm trying to figure that out.
Well,
who am I? Oh, well, that's right. I do have a professional background. I'm a therapist. I'm a sex therapist. I'm an author. I'm on Instagram. I'm a person.
Yeah.
With feelings. So many feelings. What else am I?
I feel like those are great things. I think you're like a well-renowned therapist and author.
Yeah, renowned.
Yeah. It's true.
I'm owning it.
You are owning it
right now.
It's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I've always been really attracted to your work because I feel like you are so honest and grounded and kind of like calling out the BS. I want to say of like our generation a little bit. I don't know if it's just our generation.
Yes.
Do you mostly see people of our age range?
Of our age range.
I'm 38.
Yes.
Ish.
It ranges from like 25 to 50-ish.
Do you see like a wide range of sexuality?
Yeah, I see everybody.
You see everybody? What are our biggest problems right now?
Anxiety. Everyone's really fucking freaked out.
Everyone's freaked out.
And some people know that they're freaked out and some people don't. And then some people deal with their anxiety in ways that just cause so much chaos for themselves and for everybody around them.
And they don't see it? Or
no, they don't see it. And then there are other people that are just anxious and have all of the words, but just
we have a lot
spirals.
of words.
Yeah, that I would fall into that category.
You have all the words?
A lot of words, a lot of insight, a lot of knowledge, but a nervous system that's sometimes.
What do you have anything for you that you find really helps you in your nervous system?
I don't know. I mean, there's all this talk about nervous system and regulation and calm and deep breathing and hydrating and tea, but
I like screaming too. I find screaming really
Screaming
effective.
is actually really helpful.
That's great.
I'll have a session and I'll be like, you need to go. I have clients that live everywhere and I'm like, you need to jump in the pool and you need to get underwater and scream your fucking guts out.
Totally.
Like, scream.
I feel like in New York City, it's really hard to find a space that you can just be as loud and use your voice. It's so hard.
Yeah. But pillows do help.
Pillows help.
They really absorb.
I'll try that. I do. It's.
But the thing with screaming is it kind of hurts.
Yeah. Like it could hurt your throat.
It hurts.
Yeah.
But whatever. Anyway, what do I do? Nervous system stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a sense of that, like, regulated is how we should be, which isn't really true. The fact is the nervous system kind of flows. And so we will naturally go into places that are dysregulated. So it's less about finding this homeostasis of regulation and peace and calm and monk in the mountains all the time, and more so just about learning how to tolerate.
That's why they're in the mountains.
Yeah.
Is to get out
Which I'm seriously considering.
Which is great. I'm like pro that too.
Although I would
But I think what you're saying is really important, which is like right now there's all this conversation around like how to regulate your nervous system. And part of it is letting yourself flow through dysregulation and letting yourself be dysregulated, noticing that you're dysregulated. And it's not like good or bad. I think that's the other thing is so quickly with this therapeutic language, we apply this judgment of what's good and bad and how we're supposed to be. And like, I think I'm just seeing so much, I feel like, discourse around boundaries right now. Did you read that Mel Robbins article, the Thanksgiving one?
Oh my God, people love talking about Mel Robbins.
People love
I'm
talking
so
about
disinterested. And I like never, I think I actually do follow her, and I was like, oh my God, she has 13 million followers. Like,
yeah, she's good at making content.
Jesus, I didn't even know.
I do think.
But no, I didn't see the thing about, I mean, I've seen all of the things.
There's a lot of conversation, I would say, around boundaries. And I think there's like this, I think Oprah also spoke about it too recently, like kind of this, I would say the older generation, I guess they're boomers. I'm not quite sure. I don't want to misage them, but like being like, we're cutting off people too quickly.
We.
Okay. Or like, and setting these boundaries where I think the title of the article was like, life's too short to fight with your relatives.
I didn't see it.
I
should see
totally
it. And it's, where is it?
It was New York Times article.
Okay.
People had feelings. I think that there's a lot of feelings around boundaries and what's the right way of going about it and how like, I don't know. Do you see that? I feel like you've had.
Well, everyone wants to know the right way about going about life. Like there's some big book where it's going to be like, and this is the things that you should do when this happens, and this is the boundary you should set when that happens. And it's like, I fucking wish, but that's not really how things work. And boundaries are context dependent. So usually when I see these articles, I'm like, I should probably read this. It will probably be interesting, but it's usually just more of the same shit. More of the same shit that just kind of.
Isn't it all more of the same shit?
I mean, a lot of my stuff included. Like we're all just kind of swirling around, and I think coming up with a variety of different ways of understanding something. When it's a lot of the times just obsession, it's mental masturbation. It's like it's not necessarily helping us.
Masturbation doesn't feel as good as masturbation.
I think it does.
It does?
I think so. I just don't think we register it as like the physical pleasure. I think there's a psychological pleasure that people get from analyzing and seeing if they can find the perfect explanation or something good enough to get clarity, coherence from a person, from themselves, from their history. And then again, there are the other people that are like, I don't even know what that is. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Don't even know that they don't want that.
I kind of feel like the trick to life is also just being really comfortable in ambiguity. I know.
I was just reading something. I was like, yeah, the trick that is the trick to life.
Yeah.
Being present, no expectations.
Knowing that tomorrow is not.
Everything changes. Nothing's permanent, blah, and like tolerating that.
I think as a boss, like my job often is to create the illusion of stability for people. That's my job. Yeah. Like people want to know during COVID, when is it going to end and when am I supposed to come back to the office? And I'm like, I don't know. But what I can say is the plan is that we're going to come back into the office in 2 weeks. Did we? Absolutely not. Like, 10 days later, I'm like, new plan. Yeah. But I noticed during that time, or that was a big lesson for me, was that people are just seeking clarity and to create stability by having some type of clarity. Yeah. And it is my job to create the illusion of it. But I also want them all to know it's a fucking illusion.
It's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy. Yeah. Like the world could go upside down tomorrow as we've continued to learn.
It's upside down.
It is upside down now. Too late. Yeah. It is kind of, it's wild. It's wild. I feel like, I don't know. I do think that in some ways is good for us.
What?
That the world is upside down. Relearning, I know it's creating a lot of anxiety for people. Yeah. Some of it is terrible.
People are unwell.
People are unwell?
Yeah.
Do you think people are more unwell right now?
Yes. You do not?
I don't know. I think that we were probably...
people are just getting worse.
I think people are acknowledging it. And I wonder if like the being more okay with
But that's
anxiety.
the thing, is the acknowledging part. Like we think that this acknowledgement and awareness is like the key, that like it fixes the stuff. It makes people better.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, because it's similar to the boundaries, whatever the article said, I can probably assume what it said. It's similar to these things where it's like, okay, I'm going to do this thing and therefore I'll have a better life. But that's not really how it works. It's not like we develop awareness and therefore like our life improves. We have to like live our life, and it's in the actions that we take, the relationships that we have, how we treat other people, how they treat, like that's kind of the challenge. And so I think people are not taking that step. They're just saying, I'm so scared because of my trauma. And then they're not doing anything about it.
And I think I often find, again, especially because I'm in a position of power as a boss, is like, I have anxiety. This is my trauma. You need to change.
Yeah.
I need you to not wear those shoes because I find those shoes triggering. I shit you not, that actually happened to me.
You said to somebody?
No, somebody was like, I find those shoes triggering.
I want to see these shoes. What are they?
They're just platform shoes.
Why are they triggering?
Because they had a terrible boss that wore platform shoes all the time.
And were you like,
I think they were like kind
bitch,
of
this
joking,
is exposure therapy.
But yeah, I did not
Look
say
at the
that
shoe.
at the time. And I wondered
we're going to have an
that they
hour
might
of
have
you in this
laughed.
closet in the shoe, and you're going to embrace the shoe, and now you're going to wear the shoes.
No, I was like not strong enough to say that. And I don't think I had, because I think
so funny.
you have actually even
Triggered
called
by
this
a shoe.
out, is like, yeah, triggers are something that you need to then go and deal with.
Yeah.
Not something that the world is all, like supposed to conform to.
I mean, it's a really
your
good
trigger.
example when someone's like, you trigger me, you did something wrong, when it's like, you wore a shoe.
Yes. It's like, okay, I hear that.
It's like,
I appreciate
just because you're
that.
triggered doesn't mean that somebody else has to change. I mean, obviously, it would be nice if you're like, okay, you want to tell me what the shoe, is this shoe okay for you?
Yeah, I mean,
but like, the real responsibility is to understand what's being triggered, why, and how we can manage that better.
And to some extent, I would be if somebody was like, this truly terrible thing happened to me, and literally that shoe puts me in a state like, whatever.
This should be a TV show episode.
The shoe.
The platform.
They were like, I will say this first, they were joking-ish a little bit, but it made me have feelings because I wasn't secure enough to realize yet, or because I have grown up in this culture of like, I don't want to trigger people, where I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Should I not wear?
Everyone's triggered.
Everyone's triggered. Everyone's triggered. You want to know what else? You don't consent to a lot of things in your life.
Yeah.
We're not consenting to like living our lives. Like, no, you didn't get to decide to be born. You're going to be exposed to advertisements all the time that you didn't ask to be exposed to. Like, I'm obviously all for consent. I think the way we get consent is a little bit more like ambiguous, and that needs to be discussed, because pretending like it's just this black and white thing makes it so right or wrong. And it's okay, I think, sometimes that there's like a little bit of ambiguity, and for someone then it makes it almost easier also to say stop, versus like, this was right or wrong, you signed this document and now you've consented and it's like cut and dry or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, am I making sense?
I might be going in a different direction with that.
I think like, yeah.
It makes me think of just like how we're deeply conditioned to experience the world in a certain way, in ways that we've not chosen.
Yeah. But don't you feel like, yes, that's true.
And that we don't even really know.
We don't even really know. But is there a world
I don't know if that's
where
where you were going, but.
Well, no, but that is definitely part of, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think do you think that there is a world that could exist where, I mean, you're going to be born into some type of cultural norms.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is something that I've been writing a lot about in terms of just we all have a split self. We have a self that we are a conditioned self, or survival self, a false self, whatever. I mean, and philosophers and writers have been talking about this forever. This is not new. That, we grow up, we're conditioned by our parents, our attachment relationships teach us who we are, not just how to relate with other people. And then culture tells us who we are based on our gender. They tell us what to desire, who to fuck, how much, literally everything from our head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And that's like one part of ourself, which is the part of ourself that I think is what you're saying, we did not consent to.
Yes.
And then there's another part of ourself, which I don't like the word authentic, but for lack of authentic, true, real, whatever the fuck.
It's so funny how a word gets overplayed.
It's so annoying at this point.
So annoying.
It was cool like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Now authentic is so annoying. It's just like, I want to be my authentic self. It's like, okay, girl, well, you should be.
How do you find, like, how do you get in touch with your real desires? How do you get in touch with your true desires, your real desire? Like, like let's say, like, right? I think that a lot of the things we want, we are conditioned. We learn to want that. And we learn to desire them. All of that. It's hard to.
And then we have to like live in a way that's congruent with who we actually are inside, which is the hard part.
It's so very hard.
But I think that's something that, at least I'm telling myself this, that happens in the second half of life, that we spend the first half of life, you know, kind of figuring out who we're not.
Okay.
Based on what we're told, based on who we're told to be.
Like you get the script and then you're like, wait, I tried that. Yeah. No.
And some people do this for the rest of their life because they are too freaked out. They're too scared. They don't have a self-concept, whatever. But then I think the second half of life are like, wait a minute, like I don't need to do these things. I don't care about this party. I don't care about like the popular people, whatever it is that you've been sold, or looking this way or sounding this way. And then you like take actions and have relationships and surround yourself by people, places, and things that are congruent and reflective of who you really feel you are. And even still in that, you know, it's still within a framework that is... I
think it also changes too as you just get older.
Yeah.
I think that's something I've been struggling with a little bit.
Yeah.
Is like yesterday I was in like a little therapy session and I like...
Good for you.
Thank you.
Yay therapy.
Yay therapy. It was actually like somatic work. It was really cool. I mean, I love somatic work.
I love somatic therapy.
So it's just so helpful because like...
I did it all this year. Love somatic therapy.
Yeah. I had this moment that came where all of a sudden I realized I'm like searching for more joy. Like, how do I get more joy in my life? I feel like
how do you do that?
I don't, you know, and I think a lot of my concepts of joy are what I thought joy was in my 20s.
Yeah.
And
what was that?
Joy in my 20s is like...
cocaine and parties.
It's definitely parties. It's definitely being out, being seen, being social. And I still do love that, and I still really miss it. Like motherhood is way more insular, and I want to get out there in the world more. I do want to be seen more. In my 20s, I mean, I imagined like accomplishments as like, and if I was accomplishing things like that felt so good. And now I get an award and I'm like, yay. But also like these awards are total fucking illusions, and I'm aware of that. And I had this like real moment of joy where I realized like, oh, going to a beach or like going on vacation with a few friends in our families, oh, that sounds like so nice to me.
Yeah, I need that right now.
That sounds, and it
really
was so nice because instead of like, because my kids were there, because so much of my concept of joy doesn't include my kids. And to like feel this idea of a joyful experience that included my family, I was like, oh, that's new. I never visualized that as like a happy place growing up. I was never like, oh, I want to be a mom and that's going to be like a joyful experience. Not that I thought it'd be like, not like painful. I mean, obviously some of it's painful, but I don't know.
It's so weird how that works. That we really can only envision our futures based on what we've experienced. But then like the reality is our future is always so much wildly different than we ever thought it could be.
Yeah.
It's so hard to live with that, I guess, value or that belief that like I can't predict my future and I have to expect the unexpected and open my mind up to possibility and potential. I did a lot of hypnosis this year, which like everyone thinks is like bark like a dog, quack like a duck, touch your nose, but it really isn't. I mean, it was really just a deep meditation and my hypnotist walked me through like envisioning, imagining, picturing potential, possibility, because I was in a really bad place and I couldn't think of anything like, oh, this could be possible. But yeah, I mean, what you're describing is how things change and how we can't even fathom how much they could change. Yeah, it was very helpful. Cool. Also, I just love her to death. You should try it.
I would definitely try it.
She's amazing, Joan.
I love trying new modalities.
Same.
Even though, you know, I'm always blown away by, I think there's like some big study where they're like, the most important thing across all modalities, it's not a modality in therapy that matters, it's your relationship with your therapist. The quality of that relationship is always the most important thing. So I guess the fact that you loved her is like the most important part. But that makes so much sense to me because I don't know about you, but I definitely show up in therapy. And therapy or like going to the club or having sex, they all sometimes like have this thing where when I start them, I'm like, do I really want to be doing that? Like, do I want to be in there? And then something happens slowly where all of a sudden like on the dance floor and I'm enjoying myself, or like I'm feeling erotically charged, or all of a sudden I'm crying and really able to start. Like sometimes I sit down in therapy and I'm like, I have no idea what to talk about right now. Nothing's bothering me. I'm fine.
You're cured.
Yeah, I'm cured. I'm great. But then like something happens, and to me, like what you were describing with hypnosis, which is just like at least the beginning part being guided to get you to a different mental state, that makes like a lot of sense to me. But it's interesting because I feel like for me, I do feel like seeing more possibilities in what feels like less possibilities. Like for me growing up has felt like a lot of, you can't have all the lives I envisioned. I like had so many worlds that I could have lived in, and they feel like, okay, I decided to have kids versus be the kind of fun, cool aunt that didn't have kids, right? Like, so I have to like grieve the paths I didn't take. But actually, now that we're talking about, there's still so much possibility in the new path, or the path that I did take that I'm probably just not seeing. And I'm so obsessed with like, oh, what if I had done that? What if I had done that instead? What if I had done that instead? Instead of seeing all the possibilities still within the path I have taken. That's how I'll try it. I can't meet John.
It's really kind of crazy. This is maybe not the best example, but like for the first 30 years of my life, I was a bottom.
Okay.
And then I got into a relationship and I was like, I'm a top and I don't ever want to bottom again.
Okay.
And like, I never would have thought like that I would want to be a top.
I think that's really fucking cool.
Like never would have thought that. Also, there are certain things that I was like hard no, like couldn't even get turned on by, that now I don't even care about. Like I would like.
Do you feel like that?
And I never would have been like, and for so long I was like, oh, I really need to get over this because it's limiting like who I can date and fuck and whatever.
And then you kind of did.
Then I just met somebody and they didn't have that thing. And I mean, I shouldn't have made it work because that's another story. But now I'm.
But maybe you did because it's so expansive. It's diversification.
Yeah. I mean, if there was one, I'm not even going to say what it is because it's kind of not great. I'll tell you after. But that was the one thing he did for me. Oh, no, I'm not going to go. I don't want to go too much into it. But like, like things change and you can't even foresee like how significant of a change. Because like, I don't know if anyone ever has sex. It's a big change.
And it feels really like.
When you feel like something is limited or necessary or specific to your body, and then you have a relational experience that completely, you do a 180.
I mean, I've heard this, there was this girl that was dating this person who was like, hey, you're really not my type. But they had a really great relationship outside of that. But then sexually, they could never really connect because she was just not his type. And his type was very specific. And people had feelings. I mean, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I mean, for many people, they have types. They have ways they have sex, and they're very rigid, and they can't change. And limiting. And I'm not saying mine wasn't. It was like that for 30 years.
What changed?
37,
though?
32.
What?
Who knows?
Are you happy that they changed?
Yeah, that's great.
Do you? And it was a person that really feels like helped that shift, or do you feel like something energetically happened in your life that made you feel more comfortable? Like sometimes I think about my submissiveness or my dominance as like this relationship to who I am outside of the bedroom. And I think for so much of.
I mean, it can be.
It can be. Maybe it's not.
It really depends.
Sometimes I also see like really good content, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I can watch guys fuck now and it's hot. But I had just never seen good gay sex before that had done it for me. And now all of a sudden I'm like, oh, thank God they started making better content. Now it's like more expansive. Because I do want to be more, I think being sexually fluid sounds good. So I'm like, I always crave that. Like I want to understand every kink. I want to understand, like I want to. Yeah.
But it's just to say like things that we tell ourselves we can't do, don't want, like we're not as fixed as I think everyone believes we are.
I think that's really like expansive.
Yeah. And that was why I started seeing mediums and psychics and shamans.
How did that go?
I love them all.
I think, you know what I love about
I've been seeing and doing so much shit this past year. And it's all just been so great.
I want a list.
Shamans, mediums, psychics,
No, I mean, of
astrologers.
each person I want to meet them. Like,
Yeah, I have some really great.
Yeah.
It's so fucking expensive. The amount of money I've spent this year, like trying to recover from my breakup, is fucking insane. I should send him a bill.
Kill you. You know what I like about you though? I think, and I feel like this is kind of going, I feel like you're a therapist and you're really open also about your own struggles.
Yeah, I can't.
You're not pretending like, oh, I'm healed and I know everything.
I don't think I could exist in another way.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that as a like, oh, look at me, I'm so, but I don't, like I would feel really anxious. I don't know.
Pretending to be not anxious.
And that would just not be.
It would make everything worse.
Yeah. So I'm just like, this is what it is. Also, like, I'm not saying I murdered somebody.
No.
Like, I mean, but I think it's just because like therapists are so rigid, talk about boundaries. Like everything is so boundaried historically and traditionally. Therapy is like in a closed room. Therapists, you knew nothing about them. We were trained, like, if somebody asks you a question, ask them why they're asking you a question. It's like, oh.
You want to hear?
But like,
okay, so I was ending a therapist. He was like, I don't think, I was graduating from a therapist.
I've heard you.
Which, thank you. It always feels like I'm winning. If they're like, I don't think I can help you anymore. I'm like, you're good. I'm like, okay, I feel like I should get a diploma or something.
Yeah, give me a gift.
Give me a gift. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, in our last session, can I ask you questions about yourself? And you can tell me if they're true or false. And he was like, okay. And then I was like, I think, because I was like, these are things that like I've made up about you that have made me feel, I guess, safe. I don't know if I said that out loud or just something connected to them.
Oh, were they right?
Well, one of them, he was like, yep, that's true. And then the next thing I asked, he was like, and we're not playing this game anymore. And he shut, and I was like, oh!
What was the question?
It was about his sexuality.
Really?
Yes.
Like gay or straight or
gay
bi
or
whatever?
Straight. But you know what? It would have been more fun to just ask him instead of telling him what I've assumed.
1950?
I don't know. And then I felt bad. But I think he was also maybe realizing it was a bad game and that like maybe
whatever. Everybody's allowed their own version of privacy.
Totally. But it was interesting to me because it did also make me realize, especially talking about it now, it's like, oh, I think that like I also might have projected something on him because it made me feel safer. Like not about him at all. Just like I definitely had a therapist one time hit me up on Field.
What? That's fucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Again, felt like kind of like I felt pretty good about it.
I mean, it is flattering, but it's also like
I've just told
severely
you,
unethical.
It was
like you know everything about me and you still want me.
That is how I felt, which made me feel great.
You might be a sociopath, but you want me. I've been chosen.
I felt so good, but also icky. Like I wouldn't want to go into a therapy session with that. Like I had never even considered that.
It's an abuse of power.
Yeah. It was after, but it wasn't a year after.
It's supposed to be, I think, 7 years after.
It definitely wasn't 7 years
Even
after.
still, like
it was not.
Could never. I have attractive clients and patients, but like it's a dynamic where you're giving care.
Yeah.
And so it's like a child almost.
Yeah.
At least that's how it feels to me.
Yeah.
Not in that kind of power dynamic, but in that type of like caregiving, caretaking way.
I could see also, there are sexual surrogates. There are people who that is literally, they do it in that modality. Because I could also see sex being very healing to have.
Yeah, when I tell people I'm a sex therapist, they're like, oh, so you fuck your clients. And I'm like.
People do not think that.
Yes. What? I've been on like multiple dates where they're like, so does that mean, this was maybe like 4 years ago and I thankfully haven't gotten that, but like I used to get that a lot.
Are most people coming to you with like sexual challenges?
Actually not. Some people are. A lot of the couples, every couple has a sexual issue, so that's always part of it. But it's usually relational shit, anxiety, just some kind of conflict. And everyone has some kind of sexual issue because everyone has some kind of sexual issue.
Yeah, I will say, I think hands down, the main reason why people aren't having as much sex as they want to be or think they should be having is stress and anxiety.
Yeah.
Like, go on vacation for a week. It's amazing how much more sex all of a sudden you can have, or I find, just because we have the time. I'm not thinking about work all the time.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing better than vacation sex too.
It's so good. You just have no end.
Yeah.
Like, you can really
you
just
can
drag
stay in
it
hotel
out.
sheets. It doesn't matter.
So much. It's so great.
Put all the towels on the floor.
Doesn't matter.
Go
Somebody
to the
else
couch. Like, it doesn't make a difference. Like,
it is nice, especially if you like also have kids downstairs, like not have the kids downstairs, like secretly wondering if they're going to come in any second and like going to traumatize them in that way. Okay, let's go. Like, you mentioned attachment styles.
mm-hmm.
Is that another thing that we're like over talking about?
No, I mean, I think yeah, in a way. I mean, social media, I don't say stupid, but that book Attached is kind of like really made things a little confusing for people.
What made it confusing?
Well, the book was fine, but then social media went with it and like branded attachment as this thing that it's really not. It's not. Like everyone should definitely know what their attachment style is. Not what their attachment style is. That's the main problem. What it was. Because attachment is about infancy. It's not about adult partnership. It's about the relationship you have with your attachment caregivers, which are parents or whoever raised you. It's not, your partner is not your parent. It mimics attachment because those are the relationships that only parallel our parents and attachment relationships, but they're not attachment relationships.
I've also found too that if I'm with somebody who is, what is it? Anxious, more anxious than I am. I want to say needier, but like that all of a sudden, because I would say I'm more of more anxious than avoidant, but then I'll become more avoidant. Like, to me, it feels like whoever I'm in relationship with.
People have talked about attachment as like you're anxious and they're avoidant and this is what happens.
That's like it,
But it's about a dynamic. It's not like you come in with one style and another person comes in with another style and then those styles just butt heads. It's about a dynamic. Like, if you're an anxious person with somebody who shows up and texts you back and is present, you're probably not going to be anxious.
Yes.
If you're an anxious person and someone shows up who's avoidant, who's withheld, who withdraws, who's not that warm, you're going to be anxious and you're going to pursue them and it's going to ignite or activate their avoidance.
Right.
And then the regulation comes from the avoidant person pulling away and the anxious person pursuing. And then that's the common dance.
Is it possible that we're actually all fairly secure, because secure is also and that we're just in relationship with somebody who's slightly different than us and therefore...
Well, that's a big part of it. But I think many people are super avoidant. And so it ends up shaping the dynamic of any relationship.
I do feel like... Especially men.
And I don't mean that in like this superior or inferior type of way, just in terms of how men are raised. It's a pattern. They're raised to suppress their emotions and not to communicate about them and to pursue things that feel good and fun and physical, and not necessarily caretaking, empathy, things like that. Yeah.
Can somebody really be too needy? Is that a thing?
I don't think so. I honestly, and maybe I'm biased because I'm really fucking needy, but like I posted something recently about, what did I post? Oh yeah, clingy. So if someone really wants to spend time with you and like love you up and fuck you all the time like that, and you can't deal with that, that's a problem basically, because it's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think people are too needy. And like the cartoon of too needy of like texting 64 times and calling 3 times, it's like pretty rare. It's actually very rare, like that doesn't really happen. What happens is there's just a mismatch between people, or some person has a need and that need dysregulates the other person. It's a dynamic. I really don't think that there are people that are just like too needy. It's not a thing.
I think one of the things,
it's a relationship.
One of the best things about this podcast is that my husband does not listen to it or watch it.
How do you feel about that?
I feel great about it because now I'm going to tell you the story.
Did he at the beginning?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
He sees like the clips, but like he doesn't, and I feel good about it because I'm going to tell you a story.
Okay, great.
That I would feel like, I mean, I don't know. One time he told me earlier on in our relationship that I was saying I love you too much.
Okay.
And I was like that. And we reflect on it now, especially having kids, and how much he loves to tell, like how what a terrible, like why, how sad he feels that he said that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's nice.
It's really nice. It's really nice. And it's like hard to comprehend. And it's interesting to think like why he felt that way. And I think it's because he was just he was really uncomfortable, like with being in love and being connected to somebody and being attached. Oh, wow. Well, I guess that's what I want.
Yeah, I mean, men, unfortunately, they're not really given the experience or permission to like pursue intimacy or desire intimacy or closeness.
It's interesting,
and some are aware of wanting
it's
that.
So easy. It's so much easier.
Most are just kind of in this kind of shame mode about they shouldn't want that, they shouldn't need that, etc. So if someone is showing up being like, I love you, I love you, I love you, you know, it's really disorienting for somebody who never, one, received that from their mother, and two, were never encouraged or helped to say that themselves.
Oh my God, that's so wild. His mom must have said it all the fucking time. There's just no way I buy that part of it, but I do think that there were maybe other things for him.
Or maybe her love came with certain conditions
Different
that made him
things.
so anxious that hearing that again, whatever, it's a him thing.
Yeah, it's a him thing.
But that's where the too much thing comes from. It's usually not the person. It's usually the interpretation of someone else.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's interesting. I do think what's been also really interesting that we've talked a little bit about is like, I think the way he imagines being a father versus the way he imagined being a parent, or not a parent, a partner. Mm. I don't know. 'Cause he's so doting on our kids, you know, it's super cute. But I just think that for some men that's like an easier type of love or something. I'm not sure. I don't fucking know. We talked about, what is another one? Oh, we talked a little bit about triggers because that felt like something we were really overusing.
Yeah. I mean, I know people hate the word trigger, but give me a better word to describe being triggered.
I also think there's like little, just like there's big trauma, little trauma, we have little triggers and big triggers. I think that trigger is a great word. I think that the issue, like we already talked about, is triggers are kind of your problem to solve. Yeah. Or to work with, maybe not fully solve. I don't know if I love that language, but they're not something that the world needs to adjust to. No. Let's go back to you now being a top. Do you have no desire to bottom?
I mean, there's a part of me that's like, well, I used to enjoy this, so maybe my next relationship I'll be more versatile or be more open to being versatile, but I'm not like, please fuck me. I don't really want to get fucked.
It's interesting.
Someone was touching my hole the other day and I was like, shoo.
Get away.
Get away. And I even said it. I was like,
no.
Beforehand. And I was like, people really don't know how to follow directions.
No, they don't.
It's so annoying. And I'm very explicit. Like I'm very verbal with,
like, I don't want
do it this way, do it that way. Like, blah, blah.
I also have like no.
Follow directions.
It's really, it's such a turn off, and I have like no, I literally don't have the time and space for it anymore. Like when I was pregnant, I really wanted to have like the sexual experience while I was pregnant outside of my husband. So I like met a guy on field and like I had to have we had to have a whole condom conversation. I was like, aren't you 30 something? Like, are we really like, why are you sitting here trying to convince me that we don't need a condom?
That's
wild. And I was
wild.
so annoyed because it took so much planning and logistics.
Yeah.
And my husband's like at home watching our kids so you can fuck me. And you're like giving me a condom spiel. Like,
that's crazy.
I just can't.
If someone asks for it and you're just like, you have to say okay.
You have to say okay.
Like, what kind of thought process? This isn't a negotiation.
No.
Unless you're like,
I'm aware that I'm pregnant already.
Together,
I'm like, that's not the point too, you know? Like, I could not believe that this person wasn't that it was a conversation. I was just like, aren't we too old for this? Aren't we too old for this? It definitely, like, I would say yes and no. Like, I was like, you're putting it on and I'm here, but I don't think.
Shut up.
Yes, like I had that.
Stop speaking. You're ruining it.
Just put it on and we're doing it. But like, yeah, I like don't look back on that like when I think about that experience, like I think about that part of it. Like he hit me up later and was like, hey, there's more like, would you want to go to, and I was like, no, I don't. Like and I would say he's pretty attractive. I was no longer attracted to you. Like that just really.
Yeah, hot person can get really ugly really fast.
And it's amazing too. The opposite can happen too. Somebody I'm not attracted to, like all of a sudden, like their personality starts to blossom, and like I'm so attracted to them.
Yeah,
and that's so nice. I wish I could just tell from looking at them.
What?
Their personality.
If they're a reasonable person.
I'm like a reasonable person. Yeah, and it's like you think about the dating apps and all of the like the stats that are on there. It's just like so terrible. It's so terrible what's happening, I think, to men on there.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. Like the straight men. I'm sure gay men too.
What?
They say
What's happening
that, like,
to straight men?
They say like 10%, the top most attractive or most appealing 10% of the men on the apps get like all the likes. And if you're like in the bottom 90 or especially like in the bottom 70, you might be getting like freaking crickets. And that it's a little bit more, it's more dispersed for the women. Which I do think, like.
This is the algorithm?
I think it's the algorithm. I think it's us. I think it's also just the nature of being flattened into like a photo that we're going to swipe on.
Yeah. I mean, I really, that freaks me. I really hope it's not the algorithm, but I guess, I don't know.
I don't think it's the algorithm. I think it's the nature of the technology being reduced to like a few sentences and a photo, and our nature on just knowing that to go for what we think is most attractive.
Yeah.
If anything, like maybe the algorithm should, I don't know. I don't know what the algorithm should do.
Should they even have an algorithm though? Like what the fuck is that?
I don't know. Like meaning like they should just show you random people all the time.
I thought that's how it's supposed to work.
I don't know if I have no idea, but we can find out.
Let's find out.
You want to take a second?
I don't know. I mean like, yeah, I hooked up with these two guys and they're both like, are you on Hinge? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, I haven't seen you before. And I'm like, why haven't you seen me before?
That's interesting.
Like, what the fuck?
Because you've walked by. Hinge is based on like how close you are too.
I don't know.
I think Hinge.
Or I'm like, is my profile not being shown? Am I not in the top 10%?
No, you've got to be in the top 10%.
I'm not.
I'd swipe right.
Thanks. But I mean, like, it's so bad. It's so bad. I can't even.
Oh, I feel like you guys also invented the online dating.
Did we? I mean, no one's dating. They're just fucking, and barely at that.
Yeah.
It's so weird, like how many people I'll match with, sort of. It's not that many anymore, but, and it's just like a hey, or what's going on? And then no one responds. And I'm like, what is going on? My therapist was like, are you dating? And I'm like, it's not like, am I going to the gym? Like I would, but like, no one is responsive. I'm like, really? What the fuck?
I feel like I'm hearing that from my friends. It's just weird. Like, yeah, I think if I was going to like, I just feel like people don't have time. Like we are just working so much.
People don't care.
People don't care.
People don't care. It's not that they don't have time.
Well, that's what we all have time. It's what we decide we care about. And for whatever reason, we've all decided we care so much about our fucking careers over relationships. And I think that's sad.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
Everyone is super unrelational.
Yeah.
And not relationally driven, while simultaneously like,
I think
I don't want to die alone. It's like, well, so then get your shit together.
Well, you want to know what
You're
I think has kind of made it worse?
Like, what are you doing?
I'm going to go ahead and say I think therapy has actually made that worse in some ways.
What?
Because we do so much individual therapy.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're not like, we're all learning about ourselves all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I wrote this article that I really liked called The Culture of Me, or Me and Me First. And yeah, it's all about that like we're spending so much time on ourselves, me, protect my peace, blah, blah, blah. And people think that's growth, but really growth is about how you show up with other people. It's not just about who you are and how you've read a book or gone to therapy. Like you need relational help. You don't need individual help. Everyone needs to be more relational. That's like the healing of it all.
Yeah.
Which I'm sick of that word as well. But like, that's how you grow as a person, is relationally, not sitting at home reading 32 self-help books and meditating all day. Like, you have to be a relational person who's not afraid of intimacy, who pursues connection, who doesn't shut down. Like, that's forward movement. But yeah, everyone is so focused on themselves. It's so selfish.
It is. I mean, like, I would say, Dame has been really thrown into like, we get thrown into self-care. And when self-care was like everything, I was like, yes, put us in this. We're part of self-care. Yeah. Sure. I've always, sex is this thing that brings people together. Like, I don't want the legacy of Dame to be like helping you not be in a relationship with somebody else. I want to make, it's about closing the pleasure gap. Like, I want people to have better sex with another person. And it's been really cool to watch the shift kind of go from self-care to community care. Or I sense that shift is happening. I still don't think we know how to sell it. And if we don't know how to sell it as Americans, like, it doesn't really happen. Like, we can sell self-care products all day. How do I sell community care? What does that look like?
I don't know. You have to find a way to make it.
I don't know. I got to figure out how to capitalize on it, because that's what we do. But I do think that would help us. Like, I don't know where you go to find, it's like hard to go find community.
Yeah. This is kind of what I was talking to you a while back when I was talking about doing that event. I'm doing this like couple hour retreat in February. And it's all about building community, because as they're saying, like, everything is about me. Yeah. And it's really isolating, and there's nothing in real life that people can connect and just like have a relational experience that feels nice. So I am starting these like mini retreats in the city. They're like 3 hours.
In the city? That's great. I think when I hear retreat, I feel like, oh, it's this to do where I have to leave the city. I love that.
It's going to be at WSA.
It's great.
And it's just a 3 hour thing. I'm doing it with a therapist, and it's like group therapy.
Are you going to have like little cohorts? So you stay in like a cohort and you meet with the same group, or just like?
It's just a one-off thing.
Okay.
It's just because the idea, I think group therapy is really undersold.
Yes.
Because it really is about community. It's not like CBT and like insight building. It's about being yourself in a group of people.
I think a lot of people think of it as just cheaper therapy.
Yeah. When it's actually like more powerful sometimes than individual therapy. When you're actually seen by a group of strangers that you don't know who are saying they're going through the same thing, it's like mega.
I also think getting the experience of realizing that like your pain in some ways might be helping somebody else too is really powerful, and vice versa.
It's like the definition of intimacy that most people just don't have in their life.
How would you define intimacy?
How would I define intimacy?
Sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm going to ask you another question.
It's a deep knowing. It's a deep knowing of yourself and being able to share that with somebody else, and not just an informational share, but like a feeling share, like having a feeling with somebody else. I think that's intimacy. So many people think it's like knowing their childhood trauma and like everything about them, but it's not. Like, if you can feel something with someone else, it could be good. It could be bad. It could be tears. It could be laughter, but like something in the present moment where you're connecting. I think that's intimacy.
I love that.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, I'll still ask you, what is sex?
Oh God, what the fuck?
I know. What is sex? How
sex
would you define
is penis
sex?
and vagina.
Oh yeah? So you're fucking all the time.
No, I'm celibate.
You're celibate.
Yeah.
Penis in the vagina, and you know it ends when he finishes.
When he finishes.
Because that's what we call it.
Yeah.
He finishes.
It's for babies.
It's for babies.
Procreation.
Okay, we're defining sex there. Done. We're not going to expand on that. Okay, let's go back to intimacy.
No, what is sex? I just think of sex as just something pleasurable. I mean, really just like something pleasurable, a relational experience that's pleasurable. Because even when you're masturbating, it's a relational experience. I think
true.
Everything sexual is relational.
I've said this a few times, I feel like now, but I do feel like it needs to include like energy in my genitals.
Yeah.
Or else like, or if it's just like, if we're just going to go get a massage together. Well, I could be feeling it in my genitals. Like, you don't know. Like, yeah, you don't. It could be sexual for me and not sexual for you.
I mean, speaking of massage, women need more access to like happy ending massages.
Yes.
It's like, I want to champion this. Like
I've been literally trying to get one like, all year. I've been to so many places. One man, and do you know somebody?
I would never it's a
I'll still go. Okay. I'm going. Give me his contact.
There's like one person in New York City that like
is it the
gives
the hands guy or something?
It's the like something guy.
Okay.
But like it's crazy because like
I had Charlie Max on the show and
happy ending
she
massage is, like-
successfully had them. So we
Okay.
went to Chinatown
Yeah.
together and we went to the
I don't
places.
want that.
I was
want
down.
someone in my home.
There's
like
so many ways you can have this experience, but I was excited about like,
Yeah.
I wanted to have the experience
Yeah.
that like the middle school boys in middle school were having. I wanted to go to like
what middle school did you go
maybe
to?
it wasn't middle school, it was high school, but I went to I'm from Long Island, so people would come into the city and there was this place called like
and get hand jobs?
and get hand jobs.
Okay.
And I was jealous.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
sounds like a really cool
it's the
and
most relaxing experience.
It also sounds like
a massage and an orgasm. Like
I
great.
also think that there's sounds like safety in it. Like if you consent and that's what you know you're having, like that feels so like I'm going to pay, this is going to be an experience where I'm dictating the experience. Like this is on my terms because like I'm the customer.
Right.
Like that feels like a really safe way of getting to have a sensual experience when if your other option is to go out on dates and really try and have like an emotional connection. Like that's so hard to find sometimes. And it's just like becomes all of this other stuff. And it's also about not just you, it's about this connection. It's nice for it to just be about you and still have another person there. I've literally like, we're laughing because I've been trying. I have spent quite a bit of money so far on massages that did not result in happy endings.
Even if like some of the escorts, they're like for women are all just like men in cowboy hats and like a fucking like, I don't know.
And I haven't wanted like an escort experience. I really wanted a
No,
massage.
but I'm saying like sometimes like escorts will just give you a massage and happy ending.
I also have found like somebody sent me to a place which I haven't gone to, but it's just because it's not really what I'm looking for. It is like a tantric, but it's all, they're women.
Yeah.
Which I'm not opposed to that. Like it sounds good too, but I think I really want the power. Like I'm more interested in getting it from a guy.
Yeah. I just think there's something really important and powerful. Like I was in a 10-year relationship from 20 to 30 and I was monogamous and like I hadn't hooked up with anybody else. And when that ended, I wasn't like, oh, I want to be a really big whore. I was like, I don't know, like what? I don't know what's going on. So I just was doing like hiring a lot of sex workers and getting a lot of happy ending massages. And it was just like so great to just be the recipient of pleasure and not have to it be a relational dynamic that I'm like, am I thinking, do they even want to be doing this? Like blah, blah, blah.
And I know that this is how you started the conversation, but like women need that.
Yeah.
Women.
It's really ridiculous. And just like straight people need a grinder.
Yeah. Well, we have some stuff.
Not really.
Why? Because it's not clear enough. It's not like
it's not clear enough.
Like
have you used
field
Grindr?
is not.
Have you used Grindr?
No.
I mean,
Grindr,
it's
literally like no faces too. Like I see lots of torsos.
My face is on there.
But I see a lot of torsos.
Yeah, a lot of torsos. People are like, hey, what's up? Nothing much. Nothing. What's up with you? What are you into?
Yeah.
Is like the third sentence. And then it's like,
I don't know if
some
I
people
would
are
want
boring
that.
and they're like top bottom. And I'm like, bleh, boring. And other people are like sub-dom, power dynamics, blah, blah, blah.
Field is pretty close.
Okay.
Field is pretty close, but I still find myself like not feeling safe enough to really, go.
Okay.
I mean, I have, like I just told you about when I was pregnant, like I made that happen. But, my husband was like, make sure you keep your shared location on, and he's not wrong. Like,
don't get murdered.
Don't get murdered. Like, cool. Like that definitely feels like it's a part of it. I don't know. I don't know if I want that. I don't know if my authentic self.
Yeah. You want
There's
it.
a part of me that wants it.
We don't know that we
I don't know.
No, I'm kidding. You don't have to want it.
I might though.
But the happy ending thing is the thing.
I think that the part where
necessary.
I have fear of safety is like blocking whether or not I would want it.
Yeah.
I do feel like.
You just ask them for their Instagram and you're like, oh, you have Instagram. You're a safe person. You're not going to murder me.
That's right.
Isn't that how that murder works?
That's totally how that works. I will say I saw this trans woman posted this experience she had where she was doing Pilates with the girls and some fucking creep was coming to the window and I think it was at an Equinox taking pictures and they were all creeped out and they were like, go away, whatever. And she went outside and like yelled at this person and like took the phone and like whatever. And then like he was still, and she was like, you want this like also using her sexuality to be like, fuck you, you wish you could have this. And it filled me up with like my feminine energy. I felt like, oh my God, I could cry, like the way it made me feel. Because I just feel like that is me. Like I want to be like that. And I've been conditioned to think that would be an unsafe thing to do. And that would be kind of like using, like you're putting yourself in harm's way versus actually using your sexuality to step on somebody.
Yeah.
Which is like so fucking hot.
It's hot.
It was really hot. It was so hot. And I was not surprised at all that a trans woman would make me feel that way. Like in some ways, like, no. The power of being a sexy, hot girl in a way that like I have lost.
We got to get that back.
We got to get that back.
Somatic therapy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's there. I think this video like fucking like I was like shaking like with why.
Just keep watching it.
Yeah. I just got to keep watching it.
Yeah.
Good for her too. And she was very hot. So that was good. But I feel like, yeah. Okay. So I guess Instagram is how we find our true selves.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Social media.
Social media is the answer.
Like some guy matched with me the other day and the like, you know, the voice prompts. I don't know. Well, you don't know. You're not on Hinge. Yeah. That's totally fine. One of them was green flags I look for. Okay. And one of them was not on social media, doesn't care about it. I'm like, I hate you. Yeah. Like, how many billions of people are on social media? So what, it's a red flag if someone's on social media? Well, sorry, I'm getting off topic, but
no, I think this is a good topic because I would also say green flags aren't the opposite of red flags.
And it doesn't fucking matter. A relationship, a good, healthy relationship has nothing to do with social media.
Has nothing to do with social media.
What's wrong with people?
Well, I also think that just enjoying social media and liking it isn't inherently a bad thing.
No. How many billions of people are? Like, what?
Yeah. Totally.
Like green flag doesn't like porn.
Well, I feel like a lot of women's green flags are like, doesn't rape people.
Well, that would be a green flag, actually.
And green flags are like bare minimums. Like, is that a green flag or is that?
I mean, at this point, that's how I'm approaching dating. Like, response to my message.
Yeah.
Of hey.
Really?
Really.
Do you know that you're fucking hot?
Thanks.
Like, and that's what matters on Grindr.
That's what
and on
matters in life. Yeah.
That's what matters. Really? That makes me really concerned.
It doesn't matter what you look like or what you do or how much money you have or what your body looks like. It's crazy. Like I saw some guy that just stopped talking to me at the gym and he also follows me on Instagram, and I don't follow him. And I had never seen him in real life. And I'm like, who are you? Like, this sounds really grandiose, but like, I was like, I don't understand. Like
he stopped talking to you on an app.
Hinge.
On Hinge.
Yeah. Which like, I'm not taking it personally. It's just no, I'd never seen him. But it's just like, people just don't care, basically. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you do or like, nothing matters. I'm just complaining.
Oh, I think so. I think everything.
That's why I was like, find me a husband.
I know. Okay, if you know any eligible gay men
over the age of 35.
Over the age of 35, prefer to be a bottom.
Whatever.
Would you bottom for them?
I'm at this point where I'm like, I just want to have pleasurable sex that's really hot. Like I need some, like, it's more to me about the dynamic. Okay. I was just using that as an example because it's a way that I was having sex or a rigid belief, but like
But you know that it's a rigid belief and that you're open.
The flexibility.
You can be a bottom or top. Yeah. Yeah. You just, what we're looking for is somebody who answers messages and is interested in communicating.
That's it. That's all.
That's it.
Is that it? Yeah.
Well, I think there'll be more there, but
goes to therapy.
Goes to therapy.
I've been on so many dates with people that are like, I've never been to therapy. I just don't know. It's just not for me. And I'm like, I'm a literal therapist. Like,
are you good at not being a therapist when you're not being a therapist?
I think so. I mean, I'm just me. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not like, tell me your childhood trauma.
I don't feel like I'm being therapized.
Yeah.
Which should be a word.
It is a word.
Is therapized a word?
No, but it's a word that you can use.
Thank you. All right, well. On that note, everybody should get therapy.
Yeah, go to therapy. Run.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It was a pleasure.
Wow, it was great to meet you finally.
Yes, it was really nice to meet you. I also think you're a fine human. I want to make pins. I'm giving them out. You're a fine human.
I'll wear it.
Yes, great. Yeah.